Okay, now let's talk some more on the aspects of you. The different aspects of you. Now, the reason why I told all of you that are for the 5D people. In order to get to 5D, you've got to be able to control those jumps. Like I told you, 1,000,000 times and up a second. Well, you've got to get those numbers down, way down. You've got to become very focused on what you are creating, and that is a part of that aspect jump. So what you're going to do is you're going to slow those numbers down. You're going to become real aware of all those different aspects of you, and you're going to go, okay, there are infinite aspects of me, okay? And that's a part of, you don't need anything. I mean, if you are aware that there are infinite aspects of you that have everything that you ever dreamed of and everything that was in every nightmare that you've ever had, then there is no reason to move around down those lines, right? If you truly believe that there are infinite aspects of you and that you can get to the point where you can have all of those all at once, then no longer do you look for something outside of yourself. And that jumping slows way, 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 way down. Okay? Then you can focus on landing more or less. I mean, you're not going to hold still at this point completely, but you can stop the bouncing. And especially nowadays, there's a lot of bouncing going around, a lot of bouncing, as this is all worked out, and humans are experiencing these new vibrations and trying to sort it all out and deciding where they're going to go with it, because there are different things that you do in different areas. So in 4D, they're not going to be doing what I'm talking about here. So they're going to respond very negatively to what I have to say, because it is like I've said before over and over, it is a huge place. There is a very, very big division between what you call good or bad, light and dark, service to self, service to others. So these rules about whether or not you're a good guy and whether or not you're a bad guy become even bigger and become even more acute. So the person who is going to go on the light side, service to others side, good guy, according to you guys, side, then they're going to start really working at moving their focus over to the aspects of themselves, the infinite aspects of themselves that are over on the light side. And the same with the dark. Okay? That's what happens in 4D. They start really, really polarizing. Whereas, like I said, coming out of the 3D planet Earth, now we're going to do it light, dark on a universal, from a universal standpoint. So they're really going to start polarizing between these two sides. Now, that is the reason why you do have a lot of channelers and a lot of channelers and a lot of people coming back with certain kinds of NDE stories, that they are encouraging that person who's listening to them to polarize to the right or to the left. Now, most channeling, not all, but most channeling is encouraging people to go to the light side. The people that are encouraging people to go to the dark side, service to self side, not good or bad, that's not me saying that, that's you guys' rules, not mine. But I'm going to say this because that's why I prefer service to others, service to self, even though that has negative connotations too. From my perspective, neither one of them are better than the other. They simply are two sides of the whole, the one that we all are. But the ones that are more going to be on where the border comes between the light and the dark vibrations, or going all the way over deep into service to self, dark side, those are going to be more AI people. Those are going to be people who are inventing time machines, like I've said before, machine-oriented, spaceships. On the service to other side, they will learn to do that in an energetic way. Everything will still be taught and learned, but it'll definitely be, all of 4D is still somebody else doing it to you. Somebody else, a light being, is doing it to you, helping, doing it for you. Other side, a machine is doing it to you. And like I've said, no, there's nothing wrong with 4D. There's nothing wrong with going to Florida instead of Alaska. Nothing wrong with it at all. So that's 4D people. 5D people, no, you're doing a completely different route. You're going to Alaska, not Florida, so you're going to do this a different way. So, which is the reason why I'm not going to jump on here and diss all the channelers, guys. I'm not. Because channeling is fine, and the people who need to listen to them is fine. And 5D people, you're going to have to step outside of this. The fighting that's gone on over who's right on 3D is going to be way bigger. The fight's going to be way bigger on 4D. So don't get into it with these people. You have no business telling them what they should or shouldn't do. That's, if they want to go to Florida, let them go to Florida. I'm not talking to people going to Florida, although if Florida people, if you can listen to something I say and it helps you on your trip to Florida, then I am very happy about that. But I am talking specifically to people who are going to 5D. We're going to Alaska, folks. We're going to Alaska. Don't argue with the other people. Don't get into a fight with them. You're no more right than they are. You're going a different way. So don't stop fighting. Now, the 4D people are probably going to keep fighting because it's a part of the light, dark. They're still very much in the dualistic game. Movie, hologram, dream, whatever you want, however they want to call it. It's up to them to name it whatever they want. But they're very much still in light, dark duality. Whereas 5D, we're collapsing that. We're going to unity consciousness where both are accepted. Masculine and feminine are both accepted. And light and dark are both accepted as a part of the whole in the oneness that we all are. That's the way we're going. So it's a completely different movie, completely different game. And in that regard, you're going to slow those down, those aspects of you. Stay focused. Don't mess around. Just accept that versions of you are out there endlessly. So since there's somebody, what I do is, well, if there's already a part of me, an aspect of me doing this, well then I'll let that aspect take care of that. I'm going to stay in this one and I'm going to do this. And that's how I do it. I'm not saying that's the only way of doing it. That's just what I do, okay? And that's also another way that I get rid of attachment, because I don't try to fix things that are in my past. I know that there are aspects of me out there that have fixed it or have done it a different way, and I let them have that way. I am not really concerned about what was in my past or how I perceived as my past. It's not really relevant, since it is a part of many different aspects of me. I really don't care. I know it's all going to merge into one whenever I get into unity consciousness, and as I step outside and through that process of merging all of the aspects, all of the timelines, all of the infinite options that there are. So I'm not very concerned about the past. I'm not very concerned about the future. I will do the future somewhat because I still am in time space, but now I do it really more for fun. There's no more need, there's no more want, there's no more now I just really spend a lot of time flowing, just trying to flow. And yeah, it's not easy all the time for me either. I don't have it all down, like y'all know. But I tell people, I said, just because I have read and memorized the instructions on how to fly a 747, there's a big difference between reading the instructions and flying the 747, right? Okay? So I know all the instructions. I memorized them front to back. I can recite them. But now I'm flying the 747, and a very inexperienced pilot at that, since I've never piloted a human form before. So yeah, I'm with you guys on this, trying to get it done. I really am. I am not some magical being, but I will tell you what the instructions are and how I'm incorporating them into my life, and I'll answer as many questions as I can from you. Okay? So, that's the next thing on aspects of you. I think that'll do it for now. Okay, huge hugs. You know I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.